Lobos Rennie, a deep breath for the righty, is 2-2. Burdick checks his swing, appeal to first, no swing. Whoa.
Matt, the home plate umpire said that he did swing, but the base umpire said that he didn't. And so Norfolk is furious.
Hi everyone, it's Lynn. What happens if a base umpire and a plate umpire have conflicting calls on the same check swing play? The batter here checks his swing. The plate umpire points to the batter to say, I have you on the swing, but the base umpire, because there's a runner on second less than 2 out, is positioned in the center of the infield and says, oh, the point's to me, you're appealing to me, right? And renders a safe call for no swing. So we have an umpire behind home plate that goes yes, and a base umpire that goes no. What do we do?
So I don't know, did she ask for an appeal, or did Banfield just point and assume that there was going to be an appeal?
She just threw out Buck Britton as well. I didn't see it, but...
There's the check swing. Banfield immediately asked. Powell called him out.
Yeah.
So it was Banfield who asked, and Buck Britton is still visibly upset. I mean, Kelvis Velez is standing in between him and Jen, and now Buck is going to get his money's worth, but...
We begin with 803A. We talked about in prior videos that the plate umpire has all decisions on the batter, including check swings. The only time you see an appeal out is if the plate umpire does not have a swing. That's the only time that they can appeal. But if a plate umpire has the batter swinging, then the plate umpire is supposed to call that. That's training, that's rule book. But I think there's a more apropos rule, which is 803C, which states that if two umpires have conflicting calls on the same play, they get together, and the crew chief basically decides what to go with. Jen Powell is the crew chief.
On the replay, she didn't ask for an appeal. It's the home plate umpire's call to ask for the appeal. What I think got thrown off is she pointed forward, but I think she was pointing at Burdick saying, you swung. You're out. And Velez just responded maybe to Banfield pointing and saying no swing. So understandable that there was a miscommunication, but the call has to come from the umpire, not the catcher, whether to signal for an appeal or not. But
it's like calling timeout. The player asks, the umpire grants. That said, there is one situation where the base umpire is supposed to jump in whether or not an appeal is asked for. That's called the voluntary strike, and it's specifically for uncaught third strike situations. The most famous I can think of being...
Curveball. Did he go? Yes, he did. Charlie. There he goes. Bob Davidson's yelling.
You'll notice, just like Jen Powell pointing at the batter to signal it, Bob Davidson initially points at the batter before doing the reset the pitch clock mechanic, which used to be his personalized check swing. Yes, he did mechanic.
Yeah, she just made the call, and
ultimately she's the one who has to essentially allow the base umpire to give his or her thoughts.
Right.
In conclusion, it was a mechanic's miscommunication. It is the plate umpire's call, but you have conflicting calls. Address it by getting the crew together, coming up with a just outcome, which is probably just going with what the plate umpire said, which is a swing. And if you have to eject, eject. As for the base umpire, how do you not get in this situation? We talk about patience in umpiring. So wait a tick. You'll see that the left arm pointing is immediately followed by the right arm signaling a strike, and you know that you don't have to answer an appeal. Just wait a beat, and you'll have your answer. Visit us online at closecallsports.com, Discord, like and subscribe, memberships, and all the rest. We'll see you on the site.